Now, Manchester United, set to be an interesting week, shall we say. The main squad are due back tomorrow for pre-season training, but not everyone will be present. I think we've given it away who won't be, but just give us a reminder who won't be, Mark.
Yeah, Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, Alejandro Garnacho, Antony and Tyrell Malacia. Those 5 players have been granted permission by Manchester United to delay their return to pre-season training. We understand the bulk of the first team will be back in tomorrow, the 7th, for the start of the brand new pre-season campaign. However, like you say, 5 players won't be there. Now, I guess we read into this. We know there's been a lot of noise and speculation about these players and a potential departure from Old Trafford. So the fact that they've been granted permission would suggest that they're saying, look, OK, guys, if you don't want to come back to Manchester United, if you whichever phrase or terminology you want to use, it's clear that the days at Old Trafford are numbered. So therefore, we're going to allow you time to facilitate the moves that you want, and then we will go from there. Of course, Manchester United don't want these players to come back and then the stories start to come out. They're training with the 21s, they're training with the youth team, they've got a separate training regime to the first team. Then there's the noise about, are they going on the pre-season tour? They're not with the main group, and it just becomes negativity that Manchester United don't need. So actually, it feels like quite a sensible move to say, here's the time you need, get the deals done, but whether or not, and this is the big question, can these deals get done within the next 4 or 5 days? Because these are all potentially quite big deals to make happen, whether it's because of wages, because of transfer fees, or because of the fees that Manchester United will attach to the players. You could go through individually, but it feels like it's going to be an interesting week or so for these players at Manchester United.
Yep, clearly there will be a focus at Manchester United on trying to get fees and permanent moves for these 5 players behind us. But another focus will clearly be Bryan Mbeumo and the latest on their pursuit of the Brentford forward. United expected to go back in with an improved offer for Bryan Mbeumo. Internal discussions are continuing at the club about what their next step will be regarding the pursuit of the 25-year-old. He's got 2 years left on his contract at the G-Tech Community Stadium. There is a feeling that United's last bid, their second bid, which was worth around £62.5 million, at £55 million initial payment plus £7.5 million in performance-related add-ons, is not a million miles away from what Brentford would want. However, just as important as the overall fee will be the structure of how that fee will be paid. Brentford, we think, want at least £65 million, with most, if not all of that £65 million guaranteed from Manchester United. So could be a really, really intriguing and interesting week or so at Manchester United, with the 5 players that we've been speaking about not coming back to training. They've been given a bit of leave, shall we say, to try and sort out their futures. And of course, will Bryan Mbeumo become a Manchester United player and become their second signing alongside Matheus Cunha? Of course, Diego Leon was another signing that they made earlier on today.